is Angela McFarlane and you're stamping with aMac. For this card we will be using the Artfully Composed bundle. So it has a lovely stamp set and dies, which is really versatile and looks fantastic in any range of colours, but the colours they've used here are really pretty and go well together. And this card was designed by my wonderful team member Robin Cavotto, and this is the card that we'll be making. So I haven't got this one completely assembled because I ran out of cardstock, but I will take you through this and show you how to make this. And we've also got Celebration extended until mid-March, so you can still get extra freebies if you want to shop before the 16th of March. Okay, so you'll get everything you need in an envelope. With this piece here, it has been pre-stamped and run through an embossing folder for you. So what you'll need to do, if you choose to do so, you can just roughen up all the edges, or you can tear all the edges. It's entirely up to you. You can tear one or two edges. I chose just to do one edge, but you have room to tear if you want to. So then with this, with the tearing, I just start at a corner and just gently work my way down and try not to tear it straight. So it has a little bit of character, and I just support it as best as I can. If it doesn't go in one direction, I just kind of move it around to get it to tear, to get a little bit of extra texture there. So I didn't want to take too much off, otherwise the dimensions of the card will change. So with this layer, I've already glued it down, and I used double-sided tape to stick that down, because anytime there is textured embossing, I always recommend that you use the tear and tape, the double-sided tape. So these other pieces have been pre-cut for you. And you will need to poke your bits and pieces out though. It's up to you if you want to leave that in, if they're all in, but otherwise they've all been pre-cut for you, and you'll just need to poke all the pieces out. And then I'll show you the easiest way to attach these once you've done all your pokey bits. So just take a bit of that one off, and it may have some little pieces in between. If they're a little bit stubborn, you can snip it with your scissors as well. Okay, so this is gorgeous foliage, and I just love these colors together. This was Just Jade, Mint Macaron, and Calypso Coral, and this color here is Sahara Sand. So I'll just put a little bit of liquid glue onto my silicone mat, and I will use my silicone mat to apply glue to my small fiddly bits, because if you know me, I'm always telling you with glue that less is more. You don't want it oozing out everywhere. Now I intentionally go over the edge a little bit just to create a little bit more contrast. I'll glue that down. Then you see, especially with this piece here, it's really fiddly, so that would be really hard to glue without getting glue everywhere. So I've just made a little sponge, and I've just attached a little handle with a little punched out piece and just stapled it onto the top of my little sponge. And I can just use my silicone mat, and I've chosen a clean spot to put the glue on the back of this one. And then you can just layer it wherever you would like it to go. There we go. And this stamp set also has really, really beautiful fonts in it as well. So this Calypso Coral just adds a lovely splash of colour, and there's so much texture in this card. So it's not an overly complicated card, but I believe it's really effective. So I just want to sort of overlap my stems there, but it's entirely up to you where you want to stick your last piece. And there we have it. I'll just pop a little bit of glue under this stem to stick that down. So there we have the card. For the inside, I believe that Robin has included some little cutouts, which are these little cutouts, so you can just arrange them in one of the corners and glue that in place as well. Sorry I didn't have a completed sample for this one. Then another bit that you will have left over is from this leaf, and I just want to show you that you can use the negative of that as well. You can either add that inside your card or add it to your envelope as a little bit of a decoration, because it's always nice to dress the envelopes up a little bit as well. So I don't know if you can hear the rain outside. I'm filming this before retreat, so my wonderful husband Wade has time to make the video pretty for me. But I hope you're staying dry and safe during this weather event, which I'm hoping will be well and truly over by the time it comes time to retreat. Okay, so there we have a beautiful card with a matching envelope that you can use. And how cool is this little textured cutout bit that we have with the dies as well? There's a few different little shapes that they have that little cuts extra texture. So we've used a few of the stamps here, like the little background word stamps on here, and the greetings as well. You can see the lovely fonts there. So thank you so much for watching. Happy stamping, and stay tuned for one more card.